The record for 12 consecutive wins has stood for 35 years. Who or what can stop you guys from achieving that this weekend?
I don't know. I'm honestly not really thinking about that. I'm just here to have a good weekend. Of course, I try to win. I'm not going into this weekend thinking we can win 12 races in a row. If we win, that means, of course, we break that record, but it's more important that we win.
And what about the upgrades you're running this weekend?
They look good.
What does the sim... They look
No,
good.
I mean, normally it makes the car a bit faster, but it also looks nice. So.
Christian Horner has come out in public saying he wants to put an arm around you, make sure you feel supported. How nice is it as a driver to hear those comments and just feel supported in your team garage?
It's great, you know. It's good to at the end of the day we are all human beings and we all react different to different situations. And from my side, yeah, it's important, you know. And I think I know that I have full support of my team. And at the end of the day, I know what I have to do and how I have to deliver. I mean, I'm second in the championship for a reason. You know, I think I've had a great start to the season, but I had a bit of a rough patch that no different to any other driver on the grid. You know, we all have had difficult periods of times, but that's it.
Why are you more confident coming into the Hungary?
I think because the layout of the track and the characteristics are a little bit more similar to the circuits that we did perform well so far this year. And I think high-speed corners, long straights are not maybe the strength of our package. And I think Austria and Silverstone were a clear example of those. So yeah, hopefully here we can come back to a more a strong performance, even though our main competitors, they did, you know, improve their package and they will be very, very strong as well here. So it's going to be difficult, but hopefully good fun.
Just always enjoyed the support is incredible here, and the track it's just one of those classics. It's like Silverstone, just how well they just don't make tracks like they used to.
Now, obviously we're here on the back of a very strong Silverstone race for you. Are you confident of bringing that form here?
I'm hoping to bring that performance here. There was a deficit in the last race, so particularly in like high speeds, but in the low speed we were good. So I'm hoping that bodes well for us here.
Yeah, we were quick in quali. We expect hopefully to also be decent here around this year, knowing that Red Bull will still dominate, especially with the upgrades they're bringing. But hopefully it gives us a chance to be back in the podium or at least fighting for it and try to have a strong weekend.
Have you been surprised by the fluctuations in form that you've been going through?
I think that's the same for all the teams up and down the grid. You see, Aston at the start of the year were really, really strong. They've maybe taken a small step backwards. Same with Ferrari at certain races. And I'm sure even Red Bull to a small degree. At some races they were 30 seconds ahead. Last week they were 3 seconds ahead, albeit with the safety car, but they weren't running away with things. So, we are closing that gap. It seems like the whole field is slightly more compact, which makes it exciting, and the small details make a big difference. As I said, we're focused. We've got that P2 in the Constructors' Championship in our sights and what we're aiming for, and but we're still pushing for more and try and get some race wins along the way.
It's a big question mark, apart from Red Bull being in front. This I have little doubt, but apart from that, Mercedes, Aston Martin, McLaren now is in the mix, so it's going to be exciting. There's also this new tyre allocation where we only have 11 sets of tyres instead of 13 for the whole weekend, which I believe we will see very different run plans for teams in free practices, and this might have a big influence on the rest of the weekend. So at the end, I think the difference will be made here.
Yeah, it's all very close between ourselves, Mercedes, Ferrari, and now McLaren, who are looking really strong the last couple weekends. So it's very tight. I think the other teams have had the upper hand the last couple weekends, but we'll see how we go this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. It's a place I love coming to drive.
I guess I always feel good coming off a podium. Had a weekend for it to all sink in and just make the most of it, So yeah, a nice weekend off. Of course, a week of celebrating and then a week of relaxing, making sure we're ready for this weekend. And like you said, a little trip in with Daniel yesterday. So nice, good to see him again. I guess I've seen him a lot this year already, but yeah, nice to see him back in the car this weekend. We'll see how he does. But I'm feeling good, yeah. I think we're in a good place as a team. We're performing well. We're doing a lot of things well. taking some steps forward over the last few weeks. So hopefully we can continue that into this weekend.
It's a beautiful moment when I come here, come through the gates, and land. You know, as soon as I land in this country, I just you know, feel the warm welcome from the fans, and you know how much it meant to me. It just reminds me, you know, how much memories you know, I've made here in 2021. It's just super nice. I love the track. I love the atmosphere. I love the city. Yeah, Hungary has a special place in my heart.
Do you look back on that race with a sense of satisfaction or frustration?
Mostly satisfaction. I mean, compared to where we had been at points during the season, to be disappointed with fourth place seemed a little bit harsh, but you know, without that safety car, there's always the question of what could have been. But I was just super happy to be back towards the front, and for the whole team, you know, to be genuinely there on merit was very refreshing and a nice reward for our hard work, I think. And yeah, now we've got to try and maintain that and try and fight towards the front again. So yeah, I was thinking there might be a trophy coming my way for quite a lot of that race, but hopefully I've got some more chance.
The final result looked kind of, you know, really bad for us with 2 DNF. I think, you know, ultimately we were fighting with Fernando for a majority of the race, and the performance wasn't as bad as the final result. So there's, you know, we know we got to improve performance. We know we got to find more speeds. We are not fighting for the position that we will like at the minute, but it's not like we're miles behind. So we just got to keep our head down and you know, bring more upgrades on the car, and do the talking on track. Yeah.
I think we have to manage expectations a little bit. I don't think we're going to be as quick as we were over the last few races, that's for sure. But let's see. I'm interested to know, with this upgrade now, we're going to a bit more of a high downforce circuit. These circuits don't normally do us any good, but I'm interested to know if this upgrade has made these things better, or do we still have the same problems? So only time will tell, but I do think yeah, it's going to be very hard to score points this weekend.
Fascinating what a bit of dyed hair can do. No, not a bad. It's just a bit of, you know, that Barbie movie came out, and I thought a bit of, you know, extra PR for me is pretty handy this time of the season. Actually, no, I wasn't aware about it, and I didn't really play with Barbie and Ken when I was a child, so just ran into this one, and bad timing, I guess.
Given that your car wasn't particularly competitive at Monaco,
where are you going?
How confident can you be coming into this one?
Yeah, as confident as we can be. I mean, it's been a bit tough lately, a bit of a dry spell also in terms of point scoring, apart from obviously Austria and the sprint race. Here it's very hot, it's very demanding on tires, so you know, it's going to be definitely a tough weekend for us.
After the race weekend, learned even more how to really optimize it with ride heights and setup and stuff. So, but it is different track. You need much more downforce on this track. Top speed is less crucial. So for me, on paper, it should be a bit better for us hopefully here. So we're working hard because we want to get there. We want to get back scoring.
I think, you know, we shouldn't be, you know, as further back as we were in Silverstone, because Silverstone is a track. Obviously, you have high speed, but then also you have a lot of long straights, and a lot of corners are flat now. You know, the Copse or this corner is almost flat. So I think here will be a little bit stronger, and obviously we have no upgrade for this weekend, but we just need to figure out, you know, get a bit more on top of what we actually got before the summer break.
It's a bit sad that Nick is leaving. He gave definitely positives to teams and me personally. So yeah, it's a shame. And for Daniel, I think he's experienced a lot from past years. He achieved multiple successful seasons. So I think good for the team. Good for the. We can learn lots of things from his experience, make our car better, you know, make our team environment itself, learn from him, so that's good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think I can see lots of things from him. But at the same time, I do same as usual. Doesn't make much difference anyway. So yeah, I'm good.
Congratulations. Have you managed to get a little bit of sleep before you came here? How you feel?
Yes, it's been very good to us. So we've actually had a
very easy and wonderful few days since the birth, and yeah, it's slightly odd, you know, to leave them in Denmark to come here, but now that I'm here, I'm, you know, happy and excited to go again.
Are you confident you could turn it around in this track? How much do you enjoy the Hungaroring as a track?
This is a difficult track to overtake at, so maybe if we can qualify well, we can hang on to our position a little easier, but we'll see.
Still striving to be better, and I think, you know, this weekend in particular isn't going to be, you know, perfect for what we have in our car, but we'll make the most of it, and yeah, hopefully optimize on what we were just speaking about with a different qualifying format.
I think one thing, it was always like, just be prepared. You know, you never know what's going to happen. So yeah, let's say I didn't expect to maybe be in the car in Budapest, for example, but surprised, but maybe not that surprised.
Struck up your old friendship with Helmut Marko as well.
Yeah, it's been good. Like, I don't know, I've enjoyed this year in general, you know, just going to the races, and as I said, being back in the Red Bull family, I think it's been a lot of fun. And it also personally gave me, you know, some time away, which I felt was definitely needed. And I feel like I've, you know, as I said, I probably expected the year off. Obviously, I haven't got the whole year, but I've actually felt like I've got enough time that fueled me, energized me, and I'm like definitely ready to go again. I obviously know that, you know, this weekend and now for the rest of the season, it's a different car, and for sure with some different challenges, but I'm just going to get out there, kind of not think too much about it, drive, and then kind of go from there and just take some steps forward after that.